Okay, 1965 T100 SR. Let's go have some fun. Shifter's on the right side, brake is on the left. Can't shift with that brake. Fun little motorcycle. Interesting, the tachometer starts here and goes that way. Very nice motorcycle, it feels good. I think this might be a 500. This is a 500, not a 650. Very nice. I love the way it feels. It feels light. I thought that right away when I got on it. Good clutch. Very good shifting. Brakes work like you'd expect the 1965 motorcycle brakes to work, if you know what I mean. Interesting riding machine for sure. How about that, huh? I don't have any mirrors. I like the barrel grips. Everything seems to work really well, including the shifter. Nobody behind us. Spins around very well. I don't have mirrors, so I'm not going to do the hill spin test down here. However, next time you're in the mighty metropolis of Barney, well, make sure you stop right there at the Derailed Grill and try their famous Wahoo burger, by golly. Oh, what a grin this motorcycle is. Yeah, this is a 500. This is a very good sounding 500. I think these engines are something like 490 cc's, air-cooled parallel twin, 4-speed transmission, right side shifter, 1 down, 3 up. It works very well, the shifter does, the engine does too. I like the way this whole thing works. Kind of a light, very light motorcycle. Good old AJ right there. These things handle like a dream. I don't know what these things weigh, but I would say it'd be lucky to be 360 pounds, 370 pounds. Telescoping forks on the front. Looks like a single leading shoe brake on the front. What a grin of a machine. What a grin of a machine. Gotta remember where my brakes are. They work pretty good for a 1965 motorcycle. Beautiful bike, beautiful little bike. I'm not sure if this is original paint or not, or original colors. Kind of a yellow mustard color. Got the little luggage rack right there, the flat cap, barrel grips. Loads of torque. I'm not sure what gear we were in, but it just pulls like a Dickens. The motor runs very well, I'll give it that for sure. And the transmission shifts very well too. Very smooth. I love the way these things run, I really do. They're just a dream to ride. Let's take a look at ourselves here in the mirror. I've got a 30-inch inseam. I'm flat footing the bike. I can even stand up a little bit there. Look at that. Boy, look at that engine. You can see the Triumph heart, the barrel shape cylinders, single leading shoe front brake, telescoping forks, pea shooter pipes on the rear, painted fenders, the gray top seat, the black sides, chrome headlight bucket. What a thing of beauty. What a thing of beauty. Kickstart only, by the way. Pulls well, pulls well. I like it. If you're interested in this bike, get yourself over to baxtercycle.com or come to the auction in August. I can't remember the dates for that, but check out their website, they'll tell you that. These will be one of the auction bikes there. Nice running motorcycle for sure. It's always a thrill to ride these things. The older ones like this, they handle so well, you know, compared to a modern motorcycle, they're very light handling. Just look at that. Excellent, excellent. Let's go park this thing and see what we got. Hey, exhaust pipe alley. Wahoo! nifty little ride on this little hot rod. I wasn't sure what sizes it is when we started. It's a T100. It's got the single carburetor engine. It's a 500cc parallel twin. Check that out. Isn't that pretty? I just love these things. They're just gorgeous. Beautiful little engine, you know. Here's a little shifter indicator right here. You can tell it's a 500 by how close these two items here, the kickstart and the shifter, are, by the lack of a cone on the front of the motor. The 650s, the modern unit 650s, had a cone built into the front to attach to the frame, and you can tell by the less aggressive finning angles here. And also sometimes the fins are sometimes these are finned on the 650s. I'm looking for oil lines. Oh yeah, there they are. It does have the external oil lines. This is a concentric carburetor, I believe. Let's get a look at the other side. So single carburetor. I'm of the opinion, well, that's a monoblock. I'm of the opinion that the single carb bikes seem to run a little smoother. You know, I'm sure they're not as fast, but they're a lot more, they're friendlier, you know. This is a tack drive, I'm sure. You know, it runs off the end of the cam. They run them off the cams because the cams spin at about half the speed of the crankshaft, so less RPMs to wear out stuff. Point's going to be underneath right there. This is probably the clutch. Let's pull that and see what happens. Yep, that's the clutch. So the transmission's right there. When it's called a unit engine, that means the transmission and the engine are all cast into one thing. Very nice, isn't it? Got the wonderful pea shooter type pipes. These enclosed shocks. Not sure what brand those are. I love the pipe swing arms, you know, just gorgeous. This is an oil tank, so move my Noru gloves right there. See if we can look under there. Yeah, so that's the oil tank. Check what that looks like underneath there. Huh, is that an electronic ignition system, or I don't know, I'm not sure what that is. Interesting. Nice, snaps back together. Of course, spoked wheels as they all would have at that time. Check this out. Nice painted stripe. Gorgeous flat top seat with the gray on the top and the gray piping on the bottom. Paint on the tank. White down here. I think this is called like Meridian Gold or something like that. Big old Triumph badge right there. Knee pads. The luggage rack. I love the barrel grips. Jumping over to the front. Single leading shoe. Check that out. This is how they used to balance the tires with the wire. Let's see if that's warm. Yep, it is a little warm. We were using the brakes. Just a gorgeous thing, isn't it? Where's the adjuster for that? Right up here. I like it. I like it a lot. Boots on there. Amp meter right there. UK, made in UK. It doesn't say what brand they are on there. Oh yeah, Smith. So these are Smiths. I'm going to say there's a guy down the road that he can rebuild these Smith gauges, probably any gauges. He can put new glass in them, new faces on them, fix the innards. He can do magic with them. Just I'll put his website right above here somewhere. Good guy, good guy. This is like a steering dampener. I've never had to use one on a bike. I've only owned one or two motorcycles that have had them. Don't have a lot of experience with them. There's the horn. I think this is high-lows. I love these pressed steel, you know, stamped steel levers, and then these balls. They must be soldered on before they're chromed, huh? Just a gorgeous looking machine. I love all the little detail work on these kind of things. On-off switch, probably the headlight switch right here. Like this is high-lows here, but this is probably the on-off for the headlight. Check out the, I call it a half shoe brake. Back here, the adjuster right here, very mechanical. The electronics of the day are right back here. Isn't that nifty? I love the way this stuff looks. I look at this stuff and I can see the mechanics, or the, you know, the draftsmen and the metalworking guys and the mold makers all working together. You know, probably in the same building, or you know, right down the road from each other at least, building all this neat stuff. And you can almost feel their essence in the parts. You know, it's just it's all just right there. You know, these motors, AJ Richter, he rebuilds these things, and I've gone in there and looked at the parts and watched some of his videos. I can't think of his channel name, but when these things are apart, the pieces are like shells. They're very delicate, nifty pieces. They get all the strength from being put back together. That's why these engines are so light, and that's why these bikes are so light. It's really quite a machine, really quite a machine. This is a speedo drive back here. Speedometer drive is off the back tire. Just a beautiful thing, isn't it? If you're all interested in a bike like this one's going to be the auction in August. If you're all interested in something like this, get yourself over here to Baxter Cycle in the mighty Minitropolis of Marnie, Iowa. You know, if you need a classic British bike like this, a beautiful Triumph, Royal Enfield, newer used, you know, something like that. Parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodad. Baxter Cycle has the largest vintage British parts supply in North America. Did I say that right? Baxter Cycle has the largest British vintage bike parts supply in North America. Say that 3 times fast. If they can't have it, if they don't have it, you're gonna have trouble finding it. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, go to baxtercycle.com. Those guys can help you out. Make sure you tell them Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now it's a beautiful day, and we're going to try to ride one more bike like this yet today. I'm not sure what it's going to be. There's a whole slew of them over there. I don't know until they put me on them, you know. Hey, life is good, my friends. Life is good. Get out there and ride. Wahoo! Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go. Beautiful, beautiful machine. Turn the radio on. 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 Turn the radio on.